Hi everyone, and thank you for being here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me, Hilde Larsen, the health and inspired coach. I'm a mental and emotional coach. I'm also a life enthusiast. I'm a speaker. I'm an author of 3 books, and I'm back with another amazing testimonial from a client and member, my name sister, Hilde, also from Norway. I met her many years ago as we were both poking into raw foods. And then, I came from living my story, being really sick. And this woman has walked an amazing journey herself, being almost bedridden like me, filled up with chronic fatigue, not having any energy, anxiety, everything that just takes away your bliss and everything that takes you away from what you feel life should be like. Now, she's been walking a long way, but I met her and she came, to me and became a client. And I thought she would be amazing to get on video so that all of you can hear the story of another brave goddess that is walking this earth, doing good for others. And I'll let her talk a little bit about that at the very end. But right now, hi, Hilde, and thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Hilde. It's awesome to be here. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about what brought you to me in that sense. Even though we had known each other for a little while, there were still health issues, and you still felt that you needed like a in-depth evaluation, and you were probably curious about what I was doing.
Yeah, I was just drawn to you, I guess, for some reason. And I felt that what you did, it inspired me also. And I just trusted you, like this basic trust that was there. And whatever you did, like with the fruits and everything, it made sense to me because I also had been doing that, the pH miracle diet with no fruits. And it never made any sense that we could not have fruits, So I was so ready to bring fruits into my life again, and people had started talking about Hilde Larsen, and I was just being drawn to you, and we became friends in this process. And when we did the grape, the red grape fasting together, oh my God, that blew my mind. Yeah, that is one of the wildest rides I've ever had. So craziness.
Yeah. That was a great start for you because you could really see what was going on, because you came to me with some eyes that, were pretty dark from a standpoint of filled up with mucus and, the lifestyle we're living in. Norwegians like us, we're grown on potatoes and milk, dairy, and, we're farmers. And you've seen even changes in your eyes, haven't you?
I've seen fantastic changes in my eyes because when I was young, my eyes were kind of like green, and through like my adult life, they became darker and darker, and even at some point, I thought they were brown. So with that fasting, like once I started to get to know you, and I started doing raw food, and then when we did the fasting together with the grape fast, then things really started to shift. And it's my eyes are definitely changing color. They're becoming blue. They still aren't there, but all that brown gunk that was in them, I've cleansed it out, and there are still little bits and pieces left to do, but I'm not stressing about it because I feel so awesome. So that's really the main thing. I just feel like I've never felt before, like I'm on top of the world. I feel so happy inside of myself, and it's just this diet takes you to bliss, It really does. So I feel
you had the mindset, and that's another very important thing, and that shows you how important it is to work, with other sides of healing, like you had been doing as well, meditation, qigong. I mean, you were an aware woman and very much in touch with nature. So for you, to me, it seemed like it was more of a spiritual experience as well, to raise your vibration for cleaner food. And believe me, when I get the phone call saying, my butt is burning from burning lava, I know sulfur is leaving, and that description came from you. And I've heard it several times after that. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it is, And you're living proof that we're keeping this inside. And simply by letting go of all the fats and the salts and everything that we kind of put in to keep us, we say grounded, but I say more emotionally balanced, because we're not really ready to, embark on the lighter side. Once we let that go, the body really starts the deep cleanse, Yeah.
And it is, like you say, it is a journey that takes you onto every level of existence, really. It's not only about the physical, it goes deep into the spiritual. And I've never shied away from doing the work. So I've done so much karma work and Reiki healing and I don't know what, you name it, I've probably tried it. So it's been a long journey, but it's, like it really works. And it's not complicated either. It's so easy, really. And it's just doing it. It's all in your mind. I think we can be our worst enemy in that way, like with all the mind games coming in and taking over. And I feel, it's just letting go of all this expectance from society, what the society expect that you eat. Because that's a big one. I think that's probably the main difficulty that I've faced in all this, is that it seems so odd to people. And how can you even survive on eating fruit? I mean, in the way we are taught in schools is so different. So, but we just defy all those old rules. There are new game rules on the table, you could say. And even on this journey, I even started, I did a breatharian initiation. So I've even done that. I defied science in that way, you can actually live from prana. You just have to open that channel. And that's what happens more and more when you go into lighter food and eating the fruits. And it's just a whole new world that opens up, and you see color like you never did before. And but it's on all levels, like I say.
So you have actually seen, just from changing, going to raw food, staying there for a while, going high fruits. Now you went further on, studied, breatharianism, which I think a lot of the watchers will more maybe know as dry fasting, even though it's not the same at all, but we're not going to go into that here. But it simply means no food, no drink, in physical form. And you got onto that even, and you're dry faster now, like I am. You implemented that into your life. And how is your life now compared to when you were filled with the chronic fatigue and the anxiety? What can you tell us? I mean, what can people watching that is, ridden by anxiety, they're depressed, they have no energy, they have other ailments, I think to look to people like you, from taking it from where they're at, because you didn't live that special life. I mean, you lived the same life all of us did, believed the same things, went to the same schools, ate the same food, saw the same TV programs. And now you're sitting in a completely different world with a completely different outlook, with a completely different understanding and awareness.
Yeah.
So what can you tell people about, and what has support meant to you? Because I think people need to know, it's not that easy to just throw yourself into all the information that's out there, not knowing left from right. And I think there's a lot of confusion. Do you have anything to say on that?
Well, I haven't really felt confused because I've had you, and I think that was my support that I needed. But yeah, definitely I can see that people need support, and you have been an awesome support for me. And I think because I was like really, really ill. I didn't see colors anymore in my life. All I could see was like shades of gray and black and white. And I was at a really low point. And but with getting into raw and eating fruits and healing myself on all levels, I feel much more amazing than I did even as a child. And as a child, you're pretty pure. I mean, yeah, it is just so freaking cool. How is this even possible? I wake up in the morning and I feel better than I did the day before. And at our age, you know, that shouldn't really be possible, but it is. It's out there, and it's just a lifestyle, and don't let the mind games be in your way. And if you have one day that, okay, I can't do it, I need to indulge myself, then okay, do that, and then just get back on the horse again and keep doing the work, because it is, you have to do it, you have to walk the talk, you really have to. And then to get that support from Hilde has been amazing.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I think you touched on a really important thing, because this is ageless. Doesn't matter what age you are. And that's what you see in the community. I want you to talk a little bit about the membership group, because you've been an amazing member. Now, it's all ages. It's from all over the world. I mean, we're one people. We're one species. Yes. We're one soul. We have the same desires and longings. We want peace. We want to be happy. We want to feel included. We want to feel community. We want to feel like we matter. That's like the traits of being a human. And I think it's important that we honor that, because we're amazing souls. We're going to fly off soon and to do something else. But right here, right now, we're having a very physical human experience. And I think honoring that is honoring our temple, honoring the ability to build community, to uplift each other, to lean on each other. And I see, as I know you are one of them, and I'm one of them, we have lived a life where that has not always been the case, where we have not had that. And sadly, a lot of us growing up in the 60s and 70s, and, society was not built on love in that sense. There was structure, but there weren't. So a lot of people are lacking the ability to even bond on a soul level. And I think that's something that I want to create also with the membership site. Not only
I've got that in the membership.
Not only the content, not only that you get all these programs and everything for free in there, but that you can actually feel that you're not alone.
It is a very high vibrational group. Yeah. And you feel the love there, and you feel there is no drama. So I really like that, people are very problem solving mode. So let's just roll up our sleeves and do it, sort of. Yeah. It's a great group. And I like that there is no drama in there. You can kind of really relax and soften up and heal. Yeah. It's a space of healing. So,
And I think that actually comes with commitment, because this is a $29 a month group, which people think it's a Facebook group fee, but it's not. It's for my membership on my website. It has nothing to do with Facebook. It's just that every member can also join the Facebook group if they want. But here's the thing. These are all committed souls. Yeah. They went to the door, they paid the fee, they wanted to go in. So there can be no trolls there. There can be no negativity. There can be no, you know what I'm saying? There can be no drama. And that's what makes it so special. Yeah. Because first we have to make the decision. Then we have to show up, and that will reflect on that. That's how I see it. That's why I think it's so important to keep groups like that going, because committed people, they play nice together.
They do. They really do.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful group, the way they interact. So very high vibration.
Thank you.
That's a lot of information also, and assistance along the way. So
yeah. Well, thank you. I love creating for that group, because it's always nice to create for a group where you know that the receiving end is ready to, for the information, kind of. So it gives extra. Like working with clients do. When you show up, you come, we're ready to go. We're already a team. And like you did, you were ready. And people are ready at different times, and that's fine. Some people start right off, some people lurk around for a while. We all have our journey. It's all perfect. So what else do you want to say, Hilde? Tell us something really good about your life right now. And then at the end, tell us a little bit about what you're doing now, because I think it's an amazing thing. The site that you're creating with your husband-to-be, and you have a book in the works, I hear.
Yeah, it's very exciting times. And, I'm very grateful that I met you, and I include you in this, being able to live the ultimate lifestyle that I feel I am in now, you know, like I'm really in this life. It's crazy, but that's what's happening when you
you're shining.
Yeah, but this is what happens, you know, when you do the work and you do the cleansing and the detox, and take responsibility for your health yourself, because it is about taking responsibility, right? It's so needed, you know. We can't just leave it to somebody else. We have to get in and do it. So yeah, it's amazing. And like before we did the grape fast also, I got into my first Kundalini awakening also, and then with the second Kundalini awakening was when I did the fasting with you, and so crazy things have happened in my life, you know, like just really opening my heart chakra, and just all this love that comes with the Kundalini awakening. So and cleansing your body on all levels, and I've done all that work, and now with our webpage, we try to just bring this high vibration out, and all the tools that we have used to get us to this point. And meeting my twin flame has been just absolutely the wildest ride ever. So much energy going on, and so much crazy things that we hardly understand ourselves. So it's just kind of like embarking on this now, and exploring and writing it down and making a book out of it. So yeah.
So what you're doing is you're putting out articles in different topics, you know, to spread the good word about, what would you say, awakening, consciousness, a better life on all levels. How would you describe what you're putting out?
Yes, absolutely. It's all the tools that we have used. Like they have been different, because John came to this awakening in a completely different way that I did. So he did the Qigong and meditation. That's what kind of catapulted him into this in the speed of a space shuttle, you could say. So it all happened really fast for him, and I've done all the detoxing, but the twin flame energy kind of like moves so that you both help each other all the time. So it's just to kind of like help people, to inspire people to take responsibility and use the tools that are out there, because there is so much amazing tools. And even with raw food and all these things that they've not been mentioned in the old days that much, because they didn't have what the modern technology and how we can fly pineapples in from Hawaii and all this. It's kind of new, a lot of these things, and having freezers to freeze all the berries, and just storing for the whole winter, and to be able to have smoothies. This is kind of new. So I think combining these new things with all that old wisdom, it gives a packet that just takes you to, I don't even know where we end up, but it's like godlike states, you know, like gods and goddesses.
Well, thank you for being such an amazing contributor to healing this world and raising and keeping the high vibration. And I am going to post Hilde's link below the video to her and her soulmate's new site. And thank you, Hilde. I mean, I love you from my heart, from my soul, and you'll always be my sister. And I really honor that you would come on tape with all of us and tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's really exciting.
Always an honor. Okay, everyone. I'll be back soon. Until then, namaste and live a healthy life. Bye for now.
Bye.